I want to let you know why I'm running for mayor. I started attending city council meetings last summer. My purpose was to get help for the Monehead Historical Museum. I decided the best way to do that was to make a presentation to the city council. I had to fight to get on the agenda. I even went to a meeting beforehand and told everyone in the room, the city council, the city clerk, the city administrator, that I was going to present on behalf of the Monehead Historical Museum at the follow-on meeting. So I thought I would be on the agenda. Nonetheless, I played it safe and I went over to City Hall in the week before. I called. All I got was a voicemail. No one ever got back to me. Now, Ralph Scott, who is former superintendent of schools, and the Scott Technology Center is named after him, and former city engineer Pete Rausch offered their support. They wanted to go with me because they knew better than I did that I was going to need some backup if I was going to get on the agenda and present to the council. They were right. On the day we showed up for the city council meeting, I found out we weren't on the agenda. I became agitated. I said, I've got 95-year-old Ralph Scott out here, and we'd better be on the agenda. I was able to get in, I made my presentation. There were very few questions from the city council. There were no discussion of the pros and cons and no commitment on whether or not the historical museum would get support from the city. It was then I decided that I was going to get involved. And I started attending city council meetings. And it was very clear very quickly that everything was scripted in the formal city council meetings before the public. The deals had already been made. They had already been decided. Every vote was unanimous. No discussion on the pros and cons. Subject matter experts weren't there. And we had some really good department heads that can lend texture to the issue at hand. But they weren't there. It was then I suspected the whole system was corrupt. And that's when I decided to run for mayor. Now, in my experience since, that has only confirmed my suspicions. Just last week, I had two separate individuals approach me, telling me that if I would soften my stance or change a statement on what I put out there, that they could get me elected. Now, one of them was Commissioner Al Doman, who reached out through me through official channels to have a lunch meeting. When we met, the top of his list was, if you will change your stance, soften your stance on changing the city government, I can support you. No deal. I will not make backroom deals to get elected, and I won't do it if I'm your mayor. I'll let you know ahead of time what I plan on doing, why I'm doing it. I want your feedback, and when I make a decision, I'm going to tell you why I make that decision. You will not be changing one good old boy network for a new one. We're going to change the form of city government. If you want to know the details, look at my last video. It's titled Monehead City Government is Obsolete. If I'm elected, the city council meetings are going to be in the evening at Casino. I'll stream them online, so even if you can't attend, you will know what your city government is doing. That's why I'm running for mayor. Now it's your time for a decision. Decision day is the 2nd of April. You'll elect a new mayor. You will decide which direction the city's going to go. Is it going to stay where it is? I'll know what that looks like. Or will it go down the path of progress? There's a lot at stake here. So get out and vote. If you haven't registered, your deadline is the 6th of March. Thanks for listening. See you soon.